What is going on, everybody? Hope all is well. Listen, I dropped an audio this week, this week. I dropped an audio this week, and everybody was like, oh my God, what is going on? I have the baby, I have the oldest daughter here, I have the baby boy here. We're going to talk about this for a little bit because this is a serious thing that's going on within our families, not just in the church, but also within the world. Here's my disclaimer right here, content disclaimer. Let's get ready and get into the show.
I got me a milli, I did it legit. I'm still with the shits, I'm a hot nigga.
It was all a dream.
Listen, everyone, before the show gets started, I want to first let you know that you can always support the show via CashApp, Zelle, PayPal. All financial contributions are greatly appreciated, and we really do thank you so much. Now sit back and let's enjoy.
Hey, everybody, listen, let's go ahead and get started with the show. I'm going to show you on my face. Oh, handsome self. Hey, everybody. So listen, we're getting ready to go started with the show. I dropped this audio this week. I think I dropped it Sunday or Monday. And everybody's going crazy like, oh, my God, what is going on? This is sad. Oh, Lord, wow, this is going on in the church. This is a telltale story that is often told once too many times, but this goes on. I actually have the privilege of knowing part of the family and being able to share their story, another story with you all. Not that we're beating up per se on the church, but these are individuals who have stories from within the church. So I'm going to introduce the baby boy, and then I'm going to also introduce the oldest sister. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I'm going to bring your sister on. Hey, Miranda.
Hello, how are you?
We got a chance to share the story. Dennis shared the story with me about 2 months ago, and it was very heartbreaking to hear what I heard. And I don't want to play it while we're live, but the people can, have the opportunity very soon to go on the Facebook page and the Instagram page and being able to hear just 20 some minutes, 23 minutes of the audio, which I thought it's not new, but that's sad to say that it's not new, but it was very heartbreaking. At this time, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and talk. Miranda, you can go ahead and go first.
Okay, what we're dealing with here is that how people have went down through the years and they have kept secrets of incest and molestation. Yes, it's true, it happens. And a lot of times the victim, when it happens, the victim tends to, which are sometimes parents, sometimes uncles, sometimes friends, from all walks of life, or it could be a coworker, it could be anybody that's have been introduced to abuse, and that end up in an abusive way of life, I want to put it. And the thing that I want to say, I just want to let fathers and mothers that have let this type of thing go on and have so severely abused children, innocent children, by one shaking their pants down, shaking the girl's pants down, and then shaking the boys' BVDs down. And then want to sit up and cover this stuff up like, nothing's going on. People want to keep it a secret. They want to sweep it under the rug. They don't want to talk about it. Well, you have to talk about it because it's a life. It's things that happens every day. And the sad part about it, I had to be counseled for almost 39 years. My ex-husband had introduced me to the lady, the woman of God that he placed in my life. Her name was Prophetess Betty Allen. I came to her as a 24-year-old victim, messed up in my mind because as a child at the age of 3, I was severely and mentally and physically abused by my parents. And to get no help all the way till I was big enough to be able to leave and and go and then turn around and turn the parent in so they could pull my 2 younger sisters away from being preyed on like an animal in the streets. I'm gonna put it like that. There's no way in the world that we as a people can keep ignoring abuse, sexual abuse, because it happens, and we have to take a stand as a nation and a people to do something and to say something about it. The longer we keep it under the rug, behind the back door, under the refrigerator, in the bedroom closet, in the dresser, it ain't gonna never go undone. And the first thing they want to tell you, if you tell somebody, I'll kill you. Well, I'm here to tell you that you will not die. God will let you live and not die and declare his works. Because first of all, you got to look at a child that innocent. I was 3 years old. There's no way in the world that somebody could be that mentally ill to want to do something like that to an innocent child. It's no way in the world. And for us to sit up, they should have all kind of things. And I'm not saying that they don't have it, where people can get help. I want to tell the young child that's out there right now, or the young teenager, male or female, get help. Get away from your parents. If you see they not going to help you, call 911 for your own self and turn them in. It is help out here. But this is where we go wrong. We want to ignore it. We want to treat the victims like it's their fault. You want to criticize the people that's doing what I'm doing right now, taking a stand. against the devil. And I tell anybody out there in the media, devil, I will not be silenced anymore, because me being Hirschmouth makes me yet a victim. Because I'm not reaching for the next generation, so I can tell them, if anybody messing with you, go get help. Dennis, is on you.
So, thank you so much, Randy. I love you with all my
You're
heart.
welcome.
And bro,
I love you too.
King, when I tell you all these platforms out here, you know, it's a blessing that y'all are here now. And the first thing, I knew I had a story. I didn't know how I was going to start the story. Make a long story short, me and my team is putting together, we're in the mix of writing my life story. I really want to let my life, even if I'm not here, even if it comes out 10 years and I'm not even here, I just want my story to be told. And my mother had came down to Texas. She came down, and me and my siblings, I had told each one of my siblings what I was doing. I said, you know, I'm writing a life story on my life, and it's the good and bad. We don't want to face the bad. So we had this tape that everybody hear now. I recorded the tape when it happened.
They only heard 23 minutes,
but it's a longer version. Yeah. But I choose not to, and a lot of my siblings don't want to come on public. I'm coming on public, and I'm close to all my siblings. I love my brothers dearly. I love Richie. I love Tyrone. I love Randy. I love Donna. I love Lita. I just felt like I'm the youngest of everybody. My father had 14. We stopped counting at 14. My mother and my father had 8. I'm supposed to be the youngest of all these kids. And I felt like for so long, I was overlooked. I've been overlooked for so long. And I was trying to calm down and really calm down after we had that talk on Zoom. So my mother came down, and I called her when she landed, and I said, let's get the pink elephant out the room. You're my mother. I will always love you no matter what. I will always love you. Now, as far as your husband, that's who you wanted to be a part of. So that's you. I never, any of my siblings, if they love their father, that's great for you. I can't say the same. As a person, as a Christian, I love you. But as far as you being in my space, I will never let you be in my space anymore. And how I was on this journey, last year I had a breakdown. And Kobe Bryant had passed away. I had a vision about me and my daughter, and she's supposed to be on here now, Destiny. I don't know, something happened. Had a vision that in the spirit, me and her was going to go through the same thing, that we was going to die in the spirit. And actually, I died in the spirit. I just didn't know how to come forward and to let people know I'm hurting here. And Lolita is the closest of my sister. And she's hurt right now because I leaked the tape. I told Randy and Lita that I was going to leak the tape. And we laughed about it. And Randy put me in my place like she always do. But I let her know, I said, hey, you know, I really want to tell my life story. And so I started on this journey getting my father information. And I tell you, every week I find out something new. So I made a post on Father's Day. My post on Father's Day was just letting the world know that me and my father is not on good terms. So when my mother came down, I went to her and I said, it is what it is. I still love you. A mother's love. So I reached out to my father. He didn't want to talk to me because he said I was disrespectful. I cussed him out on the tape. I said, okay, I understand, but we still love the same people, so we got to be in the room sometimes together. That's how I felt. I said, well, we got to be in the same room. Though you can have your opinion, but you can have it on that side. But you can't stop me. And my whole thing is that, so when I sent out that picture, another niece contacted me and said that she was hurt. And I went into a fit.
And when I go into my fits, I don't care about nothing. And I just leave the tape. And when I leave the tape, I was trying to really just put my story in the tape. I wasn't trying to put Lita's story in the tape. I wasn't trying to put Randy's story. Although Randy and Lita gave me their approval, I was trying to just put my story out because I have a story I want to tell. So when I was recording it, I heard Lita. When I hear Lita, I breaks down. You understand, Jive, that I want to kill this guy because what he did to my sisters, but what you did to me, but how you abused me and beat me, you never did molest me. That's not, I'm not finna, no, Father, you never did molest me, but you beat me mentally and physically. You beat me so many days. And so I want to tell my story. I don't want to tell Lita's story. Although, yes, I thought I was hurt, that even in the church, I was hurt. Then, here come again, and then my daughter just went through a lot. My mother left 2 days before my daughter's graduated. How I feel. I am a loving person in the family. I want my family all to get along. None of my sisters said, well, I'm so proud of Donna. I mean, I'm so proud of Destiny. Yes, Tamika was there. Yes, Lita wasn't feeling good. But I felt like, Mama, if you would have just stayed 2 days and went to their graduation, you don't know how much that would have, what I was feeling. Now, everybody want to come off on me and say, what about Mama and Daddy? I have waited 45 years because it always been, what about Mama? Now, right now, as we live for today, everybody say, but what about Lita? She's so sweet. So every time that I want to come forward, it's always a whoa because of another person. But I'm not right. I'm hurting inside. I'm hurt. These last 2 years have been hell. And praise God, the only person in our family had corona was Randy. But God healed her body. That's the only person. And I felt like God left my parents here for me to let them know how they affected my life. So I would be very upset, and I would be very upset if he leave here and don't know. I'd be very upset. I'd be torn. So now let him see this film to see how he hurt his kids. He hurt everybody differently in our family. And it's time to talk before he passed away. I don't want him passing away not knowing my story. So y'all can hate me. I'm here.
So Dennis, after listening to, I actually listened to the whole conversation. After listening to it, it was very, very much so like, wow. Like I said, sad to say, I mean, this is not anything new for me, Miranda. This is not anything new.
That's true.
It's just like, wow. But to actually hear
a real story,
to actually hear it from the siblings, the parents, the brothers, the sisters, I was like, oh, wow. Like to hear your brother say to you, Dennis, you a little bitch, bend over, I'll fuck you again. I was like, oh wow. I'm like, did he really say this? I was like, wow.
And I want to mention this right here. To this day, my mother or my father, and even the spiritual people in my family have not called my phone and asked me how I was doing. It was all about keep it a secret, keep it a secret, keep it a secret, keep it a secret. I mean, okay, so I keep it a secret for 80 years old? Do I keep it a secret until I die and let my new grandbaby dream pass it on? I mean, how long do you want me to stay in the closet? No. You don't want us to come out. You want us to stay in the closet. Let's block you in the closet.
Now, Miranda, I think on the video, on the audio, you were the one saying, no, I'm not going to be quiet. This has been going on too long. That when you?
No, I will not be silenced anymore because it yet makes you a victim if you're not reaching for the next generation. If I can't help a child or a teenager by them hearing this live video today, I'm yet a victim if I'm gonna yet keep a secret and I better not say that because if I do this, they gonna feel that it don't matter about what people say because I'm the one who experienced it. I was the victim.
Okay.
Dennis was the victim.
So
And that was you.
we're kind of dancing around the situation, and I guess I'm gonna say it. So you all were raped and molested by the father.
Incest, because when it's your blood, it's incest.
Well, there was incest committed by the father and the mother.
Yeah.
And from the audio,
It was committed by the mother because we didn't have no help. The father was just stone crazy. Ain't no way you didn't sold your soul to witchcraft and voodoo when you can go through all your blood daughters. That's crazy.
So
ain't no way in the world.
Your father molested all of y'all,
but Tamika and no boys.
So he touched
no boys.
All the girls except for one boy. No boys.
No boys.
And one girl. One girl.
He beat the boys. Like what beating as I got, and my oldest brother that's deceased got was unbelievable.
So the oldest brother he didn't touch.
No, he didn't. He beat the boys. He beat me, and he beat he beat me like it was just. And when he beat him, oh my God, it was just crazy. It was crazy.
It was just a lot of physical, emotional, as well as sexual abuse. But the main thing is that he had to have, by us being in the Church of God in Christ, he was demon possessed. It was witchcraft and voodoo. Because ain't no way you could have your mind is totally sold to the devil if you can go through a family like that. It's no way possible.
And we was born and raised in COGIC. I mean, that's all that we know.
And see, a lot of stuff people don't like to talk about. They like to keep this stuff hush hush in the secret. But I will not be silent anymore, devil and demons. And whoever they can say what thing was this. Oh, she said this, say it till you can say it till your last breath. But I'm gonna take a stand if I have to stand alone. I'm standing.
Yeah. And I want to say
against it.
And I want to say one other thing. I want to just make this real clear to Lolita and her family. I was not trying to tell her story like that. Yes, I was going to. She gave me the right way to tell.
Dennis, you don't need to apologize about that. That's just something you don't need to apologize. That was just wrong. It don't. You have not. What you apologizing for?
So I'm gonna let y'all finish, but I'm gonna say this because this is not, it's not new. You don't have to apologize to someone else because they were victimized too. At the end of the day, all of you all went through something. You all went through hell. Nobody should be feeling bad or upset because you said, well, I was hurt, they was hurt too, and they was hurt. Hey, from what I'm hearing,
everybody was hurt.
Everybody was hurt, including the mama. And sad to say, the mama making excuses. And then the daddy and the brother who did this is like, you a demon, you the devil, you got the devil in you. And I'm saying to myself, what does this have to do with anything in the church? Like, y'all grown people, own it. If you want to apologize, apologize. If not, just shut up. Because it just makes things worse when you're sitting there and you're acting like, oh, we're grown now, we didn't got over it. Let me tell you something. As a child, and I'm going to be very transparent at this point. As a child, I played house when I was a child. With my cousins, my cousins my age when we were younger, we played house. I still remember that. It's not like it goes away. So I can only imagine being, well, no, I can't. But I can just have an idea of the turmoil that you all had to go through with your father having sex with you all and molesting you all, and your brother doing the same thing to you. That never goes away. And so from the audio, your dad says to you, Dennis, you're a demon. You got a demon in you. you can't let this go. We can let it go. And then he says, if I done anything to you all, please forgive me.
No, he says, if y'all hate me, you don't have to come around me. What do that got to do with trying to get it straight? But see, he was demon possessed. Ain't no way you gonna have a mind to go through your daughters and it's gonna be okay. And did nobody reach to help me from 3 to 17? No, I'm sorry. This is where people don't want to have that real tell the truth and shame the devil. Because I'm a victim still if I can't face this world and reach for other lost children and teenagers that's out there that just want somebody to just guide them. Like I tell them, if somebody messing with you, get to a phone, get to your teacher, get to your preacher, get to anybody that's going to help you to get the demon up off in you.
And when they say demon, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I don't like to give people passes as if like, oh, it's a spirit that's making you do this. Y'all, a lot of times people do things, people make choices and decisions because that's more than likely probably something that happened to them, but they make a decision to do something, and because you made that choice and that decision, you need to own up to it. What I heard, y'all, I was just like, so your brother just gonna say, I'll fuck you again? So your daddy just gonna say, don't even talk to me? You ain't nothing to me. No, I'm just like, but these people are people in the church holding positions in the church, and they act like it's nothing. Meanwhile, these are individuals that are hurt. These are people that are scarred, wounded, and they can never get that out of their mind, never get that out of their spirit. I got a question. Was there anybody that knew about this as y'all were growing up?
I mean,
Well, on the outside, I'm going to say.
At this point, I'm just asking the questions. Y'all can answer it. It don't matter what you say. Because it's not a legend. It's not a legend.
I don't think people might have just put their hand on it. But as when you're dealing with the saints of God, God can show them in visions and dreams. It ain't like dealing with ordinary people, because everybody in the church is not saved, but it is somebody living right.
But I would say this is, I think we started talking when we was like in our 20s. I think Randy started telling people when she was in her 20s. But who can you really? You told some people, but if the people didn't really reach back and as my younger sister or as me was okay, then it didn't go nowhere. If we're the kids of 8, by the time if I'm 10, Randy, you what? I don't want to tell your age. I know, but
I don't care if you tell my age. I'm 50.
Okay, but I'm the same. But
I don't care about that.
If I'm still in the home and I'm 7 or I'm 6 or I'm 8, and you told somebody else that's major in the church and they do nothing about it, and then
well, he asked the question, did anybody else know about it? And like I was saying, I felt like people knew it was something wrong, but they couldn't put their finger on it. But the main person knew about it was my mother. That's why it was so hurtful, because I felt like, that's your mom, so you feel some kind of way about your mother. But the thing of it is what hurt me was, could nobody reach and help me? I'm a baby, and I had to suffer all this, and couldn't nobody help me? And then now that they up in age, everybody want to say, well, they older now, they this. Well, what about me when I was 3 years old? What about that? What about it? See, that's why I have zero tolerance for it. I can't sit up here and feel sorry when the next generation, I can save a life. If I only save one child and one teenager, it's worth it all for me to be on this live video right now, because people deal with all types of abuse, not just sexual, all kind of abuse. But don't nobody want to stand up and take a stand for what's right. That's the problem that we have in the church world as a whole. It ain't just COGIC. This is happening in all types of walks of life, in church, businesses, everywhere. It ain't just COGIC. People always want to say COGIC. COGIC is a part of it, but it's to let the world know that these kind of things happens to our children. And we need to take a real stand and face the truth. People don't want to face that. They don't want to face the truth. They want to hide it, keep it a secret. Well, they ain't got to worry about me no more. I'm live right here on Facebook now. All these years later, but I'm here.
So Miranda,
Yeah.
to hear your father say that, and this was kind of geared towards Dennis. He said you all need to get some deliverance. Now, I laughed at that because
that's a whole case right there. You gonna tell my baby brother that he needs deliverance after you done all this stuff you done. That's why I had to ask the Lord to help me, because there's no way you could be saying that you need help, but you okay. That's why Dennis stated the way he said it. How did you put that, Dennis? You said it's something like it being.
He said, get behind me, Satan. And I said, if I'm wanting, my daughter is on here. Destiny is on here.
Hey, Destiny girl, how you doing?
So I want to cry because this is my joy. This is. And see, my whole thing is it.
Dennis, finish that statement out though. What he said to you, because he asked the question.
I can't even remember. Now that's
he said, he said when he called you a demon, you said, well, if I'm a demon, then you somebody's brother.
Then I said, you're Lucifer brother.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he told me.
If I'm one of his demons, then you Lucifer brother. And so this is my sweetheart. This is my middle child. I have 3 kids. I have Denver, the oldest. She's a pretty model, whatever she want to do. Destiny model. She is the brains. I mean, tell Jives your grade. I mean, like what you.
Oh, my GPA is a 3.1.
Congratulations.
That's a blessing.
And she's
on for that.
And she want to go to college, so she's going to college and everything. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of the work that me and her mama did. And it's paying off. Then I have a son, Isaiah. He's a rapper, trying to be a rapper. Pray for me. It's just like he don't want to be like me, so he going out the world a whole different way. And I be trying to tell him, I say, son, I can help you. So just pray for me. But anyway, so Destiny, she have a story. I don't know if Destiny, you want to tell your story, you want me to tell it, or how you want to do it. But you're going to this. Well, she had a boyfriend, and we can't say all because the case that happened, and we might have to do another live once she go to court and testify. But anyway, make a long story short, she was in a bad, abusive relationship at the age of 16, and I'm a father and I'm a hands-on father. But if I'm not there, because I can't just be there, but I'm a phone call away. But when I heard about it, I immediately. Me and my coworker Tasha, we stopped what we was doing. Tasha took me over to Destiny's house, and I confronted the guy. The only reason why I stopped because Tasha said he got a gun in his. Tasha said Dennis, it's time to go. So Tasha saw the gun that he had in his crouch. She saw the gun. I didn't see the gun. I'm about to break this boy's neck because he touching my daughter. I'm about to go in on this man. So Destiny is saying, Daddy, you're doing too much. You're doing extra. Just calm down. It's not all that. She's still trying to protect him. I'm ready to kill him. That was one incident. Then so my ex-wife kept on telling me, no, then something's not right. It's not right. It's not right. He sent 2 girls over my daughter's house to fight. I got the fight on my phone right now. She had to fight 2 girls over this boy. Not only that, she went through so much. She went through so much. And Destiny, I don't know if you want to say something. I know it's still fresh. I know.
Let Destiny say something because
she can only tell her own story.
Right. Because from looking at this, I mean, it's abuse on top of abuse, and it's being. And I'm not gonna say it's a generational curse, but it's like it's a generational thing that somebody has to break. And what's crazy is it's not hitting the family now; it's coming at it a different way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't come. It didn't come through your children, but it came through
Yes.
one of your child's relationships. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop
Mm-hmm.
talking. Destiny, go ahead. What was,
Well, I was very like he was very abusive through my whole pregnancy, and always putting guns to my head like all the time. And like he would always cut me out, say mean stuff to me. And then like sometimes like he would force me like to have sex with him. Like when I like he would abuse me, I wouldn't want to have sex with him, but he would force me to. And like
Wow.
that basically sums it up.
so? What made you call your dad?
Mm,
I don't think she called me at first. I think my ex-wife called me, and that's
yeah.
how I got involved. Because she was trying to keep it from. She really, and I was telling her, I said, this is puppy love," and she was trying to keep it from me.
Mhm.
So you
Wow.
guys are not obviously you guys are not together.
No,
No,
who?
we were together.
Oh, yeah,
Me,
they're not together.
What'd you say, Destiny?
me and the boy.
Yes.
Yeah, we were together, but not no more.
Okay, good. Don't go
Thank
back.
the Lord for that. Amen.
Yeah, she
Don't go
was.
back. I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just say like this. A lot of times when there's abuse that happens, a lot of people, the person who's victimizing someone, they say all
Mm-hmm.
this sweet stuff. Oh, baby, I love you. I did wrong. Oh, I'll never do it again. They're gonna do it again.
Mhm.
That's right.
They're gonna do it
Mm-hmm.
again. They're gonna do it again. I don't care what they say. Baby, if they put their hands on you one time, they're gonna put
Mm-hmm.
their hands on you again. Don't let the sex, don't let the sweet nothings convince you that this is going to stop. It's gonna happen again. Baby, I've seen too many girls and
Mm-hmm.
guys that
That's
go
true.
back in the relationship thinking that it's gonna be different and they
That's
end a
true.
date.
That's true. You
Don't let
telling
that
the truth
happen
right
to you.
there.
Don't let that happen to you. Now, I'm sure you know about your father's them situation,
Mhm.
with your grandparents and stuff. How was Dennis and Miranda? How was your mom? How like what how was your mom in this whole situation?
I mean, my
Well,
mom is a sweet, loving person. I mean, she's a really sweet, loving person, and I really do feel like even when she found out, I felt like that she didn't know how to handle it because of her story. And I want to do a film, so everything is going to be on the film. It's everything. I want to tell the good and the bad from our family. It's just not the bad; it's the good. And my mother, she's a genuine good person. I just felt like she don't know how to handle it.
So from the audio, your mom said that your dad used to rape and abuse her.
Right, right.
Just can you all Miranda or Dennis? Matter of fact,
yes.
Dennis, you hold on, Miranda. How was that? Like what all did she say?
Now, I didn't realize that he was raping and abusing her. I didn't realize that because all I knew is that she had baby after baby after baby after every time you look around, she was pregnant. And and it's probably a good thing that I didn't know it. You know, a lot of things happen and you don't find out to after the fact because God is really saving you because all I can remember is how I felt as a child. And I seriously wanted to do something very seriously to my father because it was just not right. And I'm sure even after today, my mother is hurt, but yet I can't have a feeling for that because what happened when I was going through, that's all I could see is the from 3 to 17, where was my help at? That's how I look at that. Because if you haven't never experienced sexual abuse, you cannot tell nobody how they should feel, nobody how they should think. Only God can heal their mind. That's why when he sent the woman of God in my life, I was 24 years old. Her name was Prophetess Betty Allen. She counseled me for 30, almost over 30, I'm going to say right at 39 years because my mind was just damaged from all of this abuse. Who? abuses their daughters over and over and over again. Who does that? And then can go on with a normal life like nothing's wrong. You go around the family gathering and everybody acting like it's normal. No, it's not normal. It's wrong. Face it. Tell the truth. Face it. Because you're never going to get over it trying to hide it in the refrigerator, under the rug, in the stove, back here on the back burner. No, you're never going to get over it.
Who was the one that was hiding up under the bathroom sink?
The sister next to me, Lolita.
So, because from what the audio, from what I was hearing from her, she said that when he would get through, she would crawl up under the sink and just hide.
And cry. Can't nobody even. This is why I'm saying I'm so glad that you had enough in you to even let us go here, because people, like I said, they don't like to talk about stuff. They feel like, oh, if you do this, if you do that, but you forget about what that victim went through. If I could even just put a person in that seat, they could truly from that point on feel what a person that has been sexually abused. You can't even imagine that. 3 year, can you imagine a 3-year-old child? Can anybody in this world imagine a 3-year-old baby? I'm the oldest of the 8, being victimized by somebody that's, I'm gonna tell you the truth, mentally ill. Because anytime you would turn to your own flesh and blood, you are mentally ill.
And I want to do a sidebar. One of my sisters passed away, Susie. And she, but her and my other sister is very sick. They have sick problems, and one of the sick problems they lost their kidney. And
That's true.
If you're up here doing all this to this child, but no, you want to be upset with me because I'm just coming out of this is I'm being real with everybody. I want to tell my story, but I'm letting the world know I cannot tell my story without telling my whole family story. Because Dennis' story is good, but my whole family story is where I come from.
So Dennis, and even Miranda and Destiny, what people have to realize is that sickness that happens in the body is also stemmed from other things that happen. A lot of times people die from the secrecy. People die from the stress. People die because they're holding things and they're scared to say anything. So it's like you deal with anxiety because you got so much in you that you're scared to tell somebody. You're afraid. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of how people going to treat you. You're afraid that people won't receive you, won't open doors. You won't. So if
but you know what? You gotta help me with that thing. I can't get it. For the money.
If you say something, then it's like it causes more problems within you internally, and this is why a lot of people die from cancer. A lot of people die from sickness and disease. And so when it comes down to your daughter, Dennis, and I'm glad she's on because again, just saying that you're helping Destiny, you're helping a lot of young girls because again, you were pregnant when this man did this to you.
Having his child.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So it's like a lot of people need to see that you're not dead. Dennis, Miranda, a lot of people need to see that you're not dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's right.
You all went through counseling, correct?
I went through counseling.
I'm going to therapy right now, and I'm so glad you brought that up because it's like when I had my breakdown, like Sunday, I had a breakdown, and when I leaked the tape, it was all because I had a breakdown. It wasn't on. Oh, let me protect this person. I mean, I just did it, and that's what I do when I have a breakdown.
But I really want to thank you for just even taking the time to listen to a story like that, because these type of stories always go Unnoticed people always want to push them back. No, don't you say that, baby. Baby this, baby that. No, this is the problem. It needs to be said. It needs to be heard. Right now, I don't know who was already in a situation. Their life is saved from this tape today. Somebody's life is gonna be saved today from this tape. Some teenager, some boy, some girl. And you got even adults that get abused. Some adult is going to be able to have a soul saved plus a life.
Yeah, I was just about to say, don't we always say that in church?
And now ain't that the church?
Y'all
It
say,
said a soul saved plus a life.
what's a life?
The Bible says you have not because you ask not. Well, we asking and we telling and we pleading for the next generation that somebody would take a stand up for these no good parents that want to sit up and abuse and use and scar these children for life. Because they gonna be scarred. But look, even in the midst of the scar, God is yet a healer.
Mm-hmm.
He yet can deliver us. It said what things that are impossible with men, but all things are possible with God. But you gotta have them in order to be delivered.
Now, Dennis,
Yes.
I do have a little bit. You give me liberty to say this, but I don't want you to tell a part of this. Now, you came out to your family, correct?
Yes and no.
Okay. Your father and your brother chose to make fun of you, and they chose to almost kind of use your personal life and to say that you can't judge me because of who you are.
Yes.
I mean, that was on the audio.
Yeah, it's emotional for me. It really is emotional for me because I don't want to talk. Not right now. It's just too emotional for me, and I just don't want to talk about it. And that's my main cry out. It was, don't nobody see me. And then it's easy to throw me away because you say one thing, then everybody throw you away. And that's the one thing that somebody always had in common with my family. They said, you know what? You threw me away, but your own family gonna throw you away because of who you are. And that's I'm leave it right there until we're gonna have another. But Jives, this is right. I had to get on here because I won't leave to see my heart that I wasn't trying to do nothing at you. I wasn't. It was all I had emotional
I have to
breakdown.
apologize for that, Dennis. We were
Yeah.
all victims. Quit beating yourself up about it. You cannot beat yourself up about that, Dennis. We were all victims. Ain't nothing gonna change it. It's TRUE. It is true. It's nothing that can be changed. All we can do is I'm healed from it because I got out what I needed to say to my parents. I'm not gonna let the devil keep nothing over my head any longer. That's over with. And like I told him, if I have to stand and I have to stand alone, you know what? I'll be standing alone. And Destiny, I want to say I'm proud of you that you let that no good man go. Don't ever let no man put their hands on you because you are grown. You've been raised and you've been whipped and trained by your parents, not by a grown man.
And let me
I do thank you for taking a stand today because you helping some young girl that can't come to her senses to come to him.
Mm-hmm.
and this is
Dennis, this the thing, Dennis, because and I feel that you're apologizing because it's like all I can do is apologize.
I ain't apologizing for nothing because, hey, I know I'm because I was the victim just like he was.
No, what I'm saying is you're apologizing because you hurt for them. You put yourself,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, before them. And here's what I'm saying to you.
Right, it's cold.
You and so many people, you and your siblings were victims. You and your siblings and your mom was hurt. You have no reason to apologize for that. You witnessed crazy stuff happening in your family. You witnessed people trying to cover up and use religion to try to mask what was going on. And you have to allow this to go ahead and come out. What happened to your sister Lolita should have never happened. What happened to Miranda should have never happened. What happened to Destiny with her boyfriend should have never happened. And because you said something, it's going to allow healing to take place, because your sister Lolita is hurt. And your sister Lolita is going through something right now, because that's on the inside is manifesting on the outside. And she does not want to say anything because it bothers her. And everybody has to have healing, whether spiritual or whether natural. They have to have some healing. And your brothers know about this. Your fathers know about it. And because they want to act as if nothing bothers them, trust me when I tell you, there's a part of their conscience it's eating them away. But because of their pride, because of their macho masculinity, they're never going to admit that. That's exactly why they said what they said.
I think we're work, so we can just. I think she's going to work, so we can.
Randy, you going to work?
Yeah, I'm going in right now.
Okay.
But it's okay. You can keep talking because I have an office. I have my own office, so it's okay.
I really do. I appreciate you all allowing me to share this moment with you all, because so many people are dealing with this. And it was another guy. There was another guy. His name is Warren Curtis, out of the New Jersey East Coast area. A lot of these people go through and they're told not to say anything. A lot of people are going through and they're held to gun points, knife points, saying, if you say something, I'm going to kill you.
I'll kill you.
A friend of mine was told when he was 8 years old, he was raped by a youth pastor or something like that in the church. And as an 8-year-old boy was told, if you say something, I'm going to kill you.
And that's exactly what they do.
He was 21. A lot of people have to realize that the pressure of things like this, it's really it's to you, it's a secret. But the pressure of holding that secret
on a little child's mind, they terrorize anyway because they ain't developed yet.
Yes.
And that's how it happened to all of us. You tell, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll kill you. This is the same kind of mess. They put their fear in you, and then study be abusing you. That's the truth. You telling the truth.
And for you all to be Miranda, she's in her 50s, Dennis, you're in your 40s, and Destiny, baby girl, you in your 20s. Like, this is like, huh?
Destiny 17.
What?
Yes, that's why her story is so good, because she was hiding her boyfriend. I'm telling you, she's.
Wait a minute, that girl, you 17, let a nigga put his hands on you. Oh my God! I'm thinking she's 20. That make it even worse. He need to go to jail.
But he's in jail right now.
That's better. Praise God. All right.
Yeah, we can't talk about it, but we'll come back after. We can't talk about it, but we'll come back after. He's in jail. Yeah. And that's why I was gonna tell you. That's why I'm telling you I am a loving. Okay, so I will tell you. I was like, I was so hurt because I stopped whooping my kids when they was like. I think your last whooping was 13, 12.
I never got whoopings though.
Huh?
I never really got whoopings though.
You never get whoopings because I'm the type of person, I get beatings. So it does something to me when I hit somebody else. So I can't hit nobody else. So I always told my kids, I said, this is your life. Please don't mess your life up. So I try to encourage them to go the right way. So that's it I have for today. I just really wanted to come out for some of my family members just to see my face, knowing that, yes, I had a conversation with my sister before all this came about. And Sunday, it just happened the way it happened. So it was fine today.
Will we be able to get this clip?
We will, Randy. We will.
Then. And look, I appreciate you, and may God bless you in what you do.
Yeah.
And, hopefully we can have some more topics because it needs to be said. There's so much that goes. The people are so victimized and never get the help that they need. But I'm going to say it one more time. If anybody come to any child, boy, girl, whatever, call 911. Tell your teacher, tell your pastor, tell your first lady, tell anybody that you know gonna help you, because you can get help. I didn't get it at the time, but I can show help now.
I appreciate you guys for today, because your story is going to help somebody else. And you have to, and the sad part is you have to keep talking about this.
That's right.
Because this happens on a regular basis. And you have to keep talking about it, because it helps you to heal at some point.
That's true.
Because what you have to understand within you, Dennis, Miranda, Destiny, what you have to understand, it's not your fault.
No, it's not.
Decided to make a decision.
That's right.
And decided to handle what could have been handled a different way. They decided to handle it like this. Who knows what was going on through their mind that they decided to rape molest a 3-year-old child? Who knows?
That's right.
But at the end of the day, it's still wrong.
That's right.
Because
that's my point.
This is what messes up the minds. This is part of the reason what messes up the minds of so many people. This is what makes people go do some of everything.
Right.
Because it's not a spirit. It's because people that take actions on you, and it forces you mentally to hide. So you don't know. You're trying to find love in all the wrong places. You're trying to find happiness. So then you end up doing a whole bunch. Hey, I'm just saying, I thank you all so much.
Thank you
for this opportunity, and we can do a part 2.
I would like to do a part 2. I would love to do that.
So, and even
because I ain't got nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. It's here. It happened, and it's not gonna go away because it's study happening every day. But I just hope that somebody's life will be touched and reached, and that they could get the help that they need.
So what we'll do next time, because we're just kind of like brushing over a lot of things. I think next time we'll just, because Dennis, this is your first time going live talking about it.
Right.
What we'll do next time, we could go into details, and we can just kind of talk about it in detail. But I'm glad you said what you said, Dennis, Miranda, Destiny.
Thank you.
It helps you to get it out. It helps you to get it out. So the next time you'll be able to say more and get it all the way out to say, hey, put a name to it. And if you need to cry, Dennis, you go ahead and cry. Because like my brother Ty said, Ayana said you got to put a sound to it. And we got to scream, you got to holler, you got to do that. This we have a deliverance service.
That's right. That's why that song say, if you can't tell, it said, let me tell what the Lord has done for me. And honey, he delivered me from the whole incestuous life that I had to go through. And I thank God for it. So I'm done. I got to go to work, y'all, but thank you. All right, then.
I love
Take
you
care
all so
of
much.
Destiny. All right, Dennis. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.